Good evening and welcome to Sunset News on Tuesday, the 22nd of August. As always, we bring you the news, community stories, economics, weather and sports. I am Ashwin Berry. In the news tonight, the head of the Namibia Government Election Observer Mission, Ambassador Ndali Kamati, explains what they are monitoring to ensure that the elections in Zimbabwe are peaceful, free and credible. Zimbabwe is heading to the polls tomorrow to elect a new president.
First, let me say the Namibian government has been invited by the sister government of Zimbabwe. It is a practice whenever SADC member countries are holding elections, that country invites sister countries to send observation missions to help them to make sure that the process goes according to the national laws and of course the principles agreed by SADC member countries on conducting democratic elections. That is how we came here. Our president responded to the invitation from
Sabrina Jacobs, Vice Chairperson of the Retirement Funds Institute of Namibia, this morning announced their 16th annual conference themed towards a relevant and resilient future. According to her, participants will come from Botswana and South Africa for the conference that is slated for 21 to 22 September 2023. She noted that the conference would touch on several topics, including harvesting investment for Africa by John Oliphant, the founding chairman of Third Way Asset Management Group. Dr. Errol Naumab, Vice-Chancellor of the Namibia University of Science and Technology, has asked the chair of the Interim Council, Leek Hangala, to postpone a discussion on the Anti-Corruption Commission letter calling for a forensic probe against him. Last month, the ACC requested the NAST Council to conduct a forensic probe into allegations of misuse of public funds, nepotism, tribalism, and abuse of power leveled against Naumab. However, according to a confidential memorandum written on 8 August this year, Naumab submitted a request that the council defer the discussion on the ACC letter to the council, subject matter to the next council meeting. The request is premised on giving council enough time to receive all the supporting documents. The Vice-Chancellor as well as the Registrar bear no knowledge of the Anti-Corruption Commission letters and its content. The memorandum signed by Naumab stated, Hangala yesterday told Namibian Sun that I don't want to discuss council issues in the newspapers. A female accountant at NAMCO is being fingered in a scandal involving the alleged misappropriation of funds that have not been claimed by students of the institution. The employee, Julia Imene, is alleged to have created a ghost account to divert the unclaimed funds to, which reportedly also belongs to her. Namibian Sun was informed by officials at the institution. The account to which the funds have been diverted reportedly belongs to Imene, sources alleged. NAMCO Director Harold Murangi, while not denying allegations of misappropriation of funds, said he had yet to be furnished with the full details of the alleged crime. I heard so as well. I have not received a detailed report from my colleagues yet, but I have heard that there are allegations of misappropriation of funds. I don't have the report with me. It is an institutional holiday, but we will issue a report next week, Murangi said. Acts of corruption would not be tolerated at the institution, he also said. In our Story of the Day segment, the Information and Communication Technology Ministry will host a 2-day validation workshop. Stay with us.
Welcome to Active Kids, a daily TV show that sparks creativity, learning, and fun for young minds. With exciting activities and lessons, Active Kids inspires curiosity and a love for learning.
New face to the 15.
The perfect mix of play and education. Don't miss out on the fun. Tune into Active Kids on NTV every weekday at 10 o'clock and let the adventure begin.
Heading into the story of the day, the Information and Communication Technology Ministry will host a 2-day validation workshop starting today, where stakeholders' input in the draft data protection bill will be discussed before it's tabled in Parliament. The ministry says this comes after extensive regional consultations covering all 14 regions. Samson Muhapi from Africa Rise this morning said the bill also aims to merge the SADC Model Law 2013, the Malabo Convention 2014, and the General Data Protection Regulations of Europe. Stakeholders will have the opportunity to make a final contribution to the draft bill between today and tomorrow. Elizabeth Taibes reports.
NSA? Namibia? Is it NSA, right? About the upcoming census? Yes. So, those notifications, so that at least at the end of the day, when they come and knock at your door, you know it is for this specific purpose that, they are here to take your personal data. Section 27 to 29 and 29 looks at the necessary security measures of integrity, confidentiality, and infrastructure. I see that we've got a lot of IT personnel in this room. I think one of the aspects that are of interest is to understand terms like, we talk a lot about cloud computing or cloud storage. How secure, is that information? Because at the end of the day, we have got a lot of intrusions or breaches, on our systems that we need to really take care of.
We'll be moving on to community news shortly as NAMPO gives deputy commissioners leadership training.
Welcome to My.NA Cars, your ultimate destination for everything automotive.
I am your host, Diana Master.
Teamwork makes the dream work, right?
Discover the latest models, innovative technologies, and expert insights from our passionate hosts. Learn essential maintenance tips and get exclusive behind-the-scenes access to the automotive industry. Don't miss My.NA Cars on NTV every Thursday at 2100 hours. Tune in and ignite your passion for automobiles.
The leadership development training of 13 deputy commissioners drawn from various directorates, regions and division of the Namibian Police Force just kicked off on Monday in Swakopmund. The workshop is organized and hosted by the Human Resources Directorate and will be facilitated by officials from the Namibia Institute of Public Administration and Management. This workshop started yesterday and will end on the 25th of August.
Today marks a pivotal moment in our journey towards excellence and empowerment as well as transformation. I would like to point out that the training course we are commissioning today will run for a period of 5 days, starting today, the 21st to the 25th August 2023. Deputy commissioners drawn from various directorates, regions and divisions of the Namibian Police Force. During these 5 days, you will be pushed to your limits and beyond, but it is in those moments of challenge that your true leadership potential will emerge. Embrace the discomfort, for it is the crucible that refines your character and strengthens your resolve. Dear senior officers, leadership is not merely a title or a position. It is a profound responsibility to inspire, guide, and uplift those who depend on us. It requires unwavering dedication, a commitment to growth, and a relentless pursuit for knowledge. This training course is not just a collection of lessons. It is a vessel where leaders are forged, tested, and refined to shine as beacons of inspiration in their respective fields. In this setting, we are not just individuals seeking to enhance our skills, We are a collective force for positive change. We come from diverse backgrounds and experiences, united by a common goal to harness the power of effective leadership to drive progress and prosperity of this great nation through the Namibian Police Force. As we embark on this journey together, remember that leadership is not a solitary endeavor. It thrives in collaboration, empathy, and understanding.
Global growth is projected to slow down from 3.5% in 2022 to 3% in 2023. More on this in economic news shortly.
To another exciting episode of Irongo Toby.
Is die weer en vertel ook vir julle waar die vis heel moontlik kan byt.
Global growth is projected to slow down from 3.5% in 2022 to 3% in 2023. This represents an upward revision of 0.2 percentage points from the April 2023 World Economic Outlook update. Advanced economies are expected to see growth slowing down from 2.7% last year to 1.5% this year. The weak outlook reflects tight monetary policy stances needed to bring down inflation, the recent deterioration in financial conditions, the ongoing war in Ukraine, and growing geo-economic fragmentation. Let's head into the economic indicators. The Namibian dollar trades at 18.77 next to the US dollar, with 20.35 Namibian dollars getting you €1. Looking at commodities, Brent crude oil made a downturn of 0.31%, whilst gold, platinum and copper all made some upticks. In international news shortly, patients are being evacuated onto the ferry as wildfire rages near Greek hospital. Stay with us.
We are so excited to be kickstarting your morning with entertainment. Everything was happening during this past weekend.
Yes.
Exciting news.
Wow, no, she was killing it already.
In my opinion, I don't see anything wrong with him serving the full term.
As well as keeping you informed on the issues that you need to know happening in and around our country.
In tonight's international news, dozens of hospital patients, including newborn babies, were evacuated onto a ferry in the Greek port city of Alexandroupolis earlier today as a wildfire raged uncontrollably for a fourth day and two new blazes broke out near Athens, the fire brigade said. Hundreds of firefighters have been struggling to contain the blaze that broke out near Alexandroupolis on Saturday and quickly spread, fanned by gale force winds, sending plumes of smoke above the city and turning the night sky red. One person has been killed. Overnight, as flames approached another clinic at the premises of Alexandroupolis Metropolitan Church Foundation, staff moved patients in wheelchairs and on stretchers into ambulances. A ferry moored in the port of Alexandroupolis was turned into a makeshift hospital where elderly patients lay on mattresses on the cafeteria floor and paramedics tended to others on stretchers. 37 survivors from a migrant boat that ran out of fuel and drifted in the ocean for weeks returned to Senegal late on Monday, with many too weak to stand after a harrowing ordeal.
Back in Senegal on Monday evening, migrants who were stranded for weeks in the ocean. They were rescued off the coast of Cape Verde last week. Their boat, which left Senegal on July 10th, had run out of fuel and drifted in the Atlantic Ocean. They were found by a Spanish fishing vessel on August 16th. There had been 101 passengers on board. Only 38 survived. Senegal's Foreign Affairs Minister, Annette Seck, said just 7 bodies have been recovered so far. On Monday evening, some of the survivors, mainly from the fishing village of Fass Boy, were taken off a plane on stretchers, too weak to stand. One, Seck said, was not yet in a condition to travel. Thousands of migrants brave the hundreds of miles of ocean separating Africa from Europe each year. Summer is the busiest period for such crossings, in search of better livelihoods that too often end in tragedy.
A truly harrowing tale. Stay with us as we head into the weather shortly. Let's dive into the weather predictions. Windhoek is expecting a minimum of 12 degrees, whilst it's sunny in Katima, Rundu, Enana, Oshakati, Ruakana, Tsumeb, and Oshwarongo. Partly cloudy conditions are in Rehoboth, and it is actually the coldest in the country with an 8-degree minimum expected, whilst 26-degree maximums are expected in Aranos with Ariamsvlei, slightly colder with a 9-degree minimum. Stay with us as we head into the sports stories shortly.
Welkom jullie, mijn naam is Brian Munango en ik is jullie aanbieder voor Gooi Kolen. Dit is donderdagse sportstrip noem. Einde van hierdie programma zal ik en hoe om Frans te praten. Je m'appelle? Je bent?
Le jour.
Tu as me ko.
Is dit nou onderbroek?
Blijf geschakeld. We zien jullie weer vrijdag volgende week.
Gooi kool!
Gooi kool!
Namibians are still safe.
Everywhere else, the Supreme Court said we are not going to rely on foreign judgments.
By all means, we try to not make journalists public figures, but at the end of the day, they are.
Very good evening. My name is Steven Jabela, your host.
With their Protestant offsprings.
But the implementation, like she's saying, is another thing.
Here's Jesse with the sports stories from the Sports Wrap desk.
Good evening and welcome to your Sunset News Sports section. This evening you are joined, that is by Jesse Jackson Kauraifa. And now for the latest news. The 8-person Namibian karate team that took part in the 2023 UFAK African Karate Championships in Casablanca, Morocco over the weekend has brought home a silver medal. The karateka delegation headed by national coach Stephen van der Merwe once again put Namibia on the map after Mejan Moton won a silver medal in the junior female kata division. The Namibians finished 10th overall out of the 24 nations that participated, with host country claiming the overall champions. And now on to cricket news. That is, the Capricorn Group, in collaboration with Capricorn Asset Management and Capricorn Private Wealth, officially announced the extension of their partnership with Cricket Namibia for a third year. The renewal of the sponsorship agreement reaffirms Capricorn Group's steadfast support for Namibia's national women's cricket team, officially known as the Eagles. The sponsorship is worth 300,000 Namibian dollars, as well as gear. And now on to football news, with Life Fighters Football Club launched their home and away kit for the 2023-24 Debmarine Namibia Premiership season. The club also introduced their new traveling gear. Spokesperson of the football club, Terry Uyamba, said the new look is to boost the club's hopes of next season, while also making the Life Fighters brand an attractive one for the new season. The club has already signaled their intentions of turning professional, and Uyamba is optimistic that developments at the club shows that they are on a good track. That brings us to the end of tonight's news. Good night.
Welcome to What's Cooking, where culinary passion meets expert insights.
Somebody must really want to cook and want to cook good food.
Immerse yourself in the bustling world of professional kitchens as top chefs create mouthwatering dishes. Join us for in-depth interviews as our host explores the experiences and expertise of our guest chefs. Don't miss out. Tune in to What's Cooking on NTV every Friday at 2100 hours and let the culinary adventure begin.
eTicket, your online ticket solution for events and event marketing, bringing you ease of mind and making sure that your event gets out there. For more information, contact events@nmh.com.na.
We are so excited to be kickstarting your morning with entertainment. Everything was happening during this past weekend.
Yes.
Exciting news.
Wow, no, she was killing it already.
In my opinion, I don't see anything wrong with him serving the full term.
As well as keeping you informed on the issues that you need to know happening in and around our country.
Thank you for staying with Sunset News on Tuesday, the 22nd of August. Let's get into the highlights from this evening's broadcast. Dr. Erod Naumab, Vice-Chancellor of the Namibia University of Science and Technology, has asked the chair of the Interim Council, Like Hangala, to postpone a discussion on the Anti-Corruption Commission letter calling for a forensic probe against him. A female accountant at NAMCO is being accused in a scandal involving the alleged misappropriation of funds that have not been claimed by students of the institution. And the 8-person Namibian karate team that took part in the 2023 UFAK African Karate Championships in Casablanca, Morocco over the weekend has brought home a silver medal. The karateka delegation, headed by national coach Stefan van der Merwe, once again put Namibia on the map after Merzian Mouton won a silver medal in the junior female kata division. The Namibians finished 10th overall out of the 24 nations that participated, with the hosting country claiming the overall championships. And of course, tomorrow, Zimbabweans, our next door neighbors, will be heading into election. We certainly wish them a peaceful process. Make sure you join Sunset News on Facebook on all the NMH platforms on weekdays and Sundays, on our website oneup2.com, DSTV 285, and GoTV channel 25 every weekday and Sunday from 7:30 p.m. to 8 p.m. This has been Sunset News. My name is Ashwin Berry. Don't end your day without us.